Alright guys, this is my next project that I thought was a good idea. I'm beginning to wonder at this point. I've tore up enough stuff that I could have bought a fuel tank. But me and my buddy Jake got this fuel tank with some other stuff that we bought. And we were going to sell it, thought we could make a little money off of it. And couldn't seem to give it away. I've had the thing for about a year. I had two of them. And one of them had a big dent in it. This one was a good fuel tank. And finally it's been sitting out in the weeds and we hadn't sold it, and I told my buddy I'd just get it and make me a fuel tank here at the house to keep fuel in for my diesel torpedo heater there and my welder generator. It's also diesel, and that way I have some fuel at the house. Of course my 18-wheeler's diesel, my pickup's diesel, so it makes sense, you know. So I won't have much money in it. I'm going to weld some aluminum feet on it and put a 2-inch pipe bong on top of it for a pump to go in it. So it shouldn't be a big deal. So this is a tank, and then I'll tell you the troubles we had. This is a 140-gallon tank is what it says at 95% full. It says that right there. And the vent is here. I'm going to weld another bong, put the vent up top, and turn this straight up and down. I should be able to get 150 gallons in it. But it's nasty, and I got to clean it up. But you know, a tank this size is for just like a transfer tank or something, probably run you $300. Anyway, guys, what I was saying was before the plug-in up there, I got one of those ground pop plugs, and it tripped. The lights went out, so they're starting to brighten back up now. But anyway, what I was saying was, I thought this would be a great deal to get, you know, have a little money in it and be able to store fuel here for whatever I needed to. But what happened was, during this process, was it had some fuel in that tank, and it was over at my buddy's house. Well, I got it stood up like it's standing up now, and I had a ratchet strap right there in the back of my truck, and I thought that I could just you know, lay it down, back up my tailgate to it, lay it down, and tie a ratchet strap on the top of it and start gradually leaning it over and grab the end in it. I mean, it wasn't full of fuel. It maybe had 20 gallons in it, maybe. I figured I'd grab the end of it, pick it up, slide it in there. This tailgate right here, it's not very strong, as you can tell. I don't know what it's, I think it's made out of tin or something. This is the aftermarket tailgate, and it's not as strong as the factory tailgate is. So, creased the crap out of my tailgate. But you can tell by pushing on it, I mean, it just doesn't feel very strong. But it looks good. Anyway, the next thing was, I figured out that wasn't going to work. And so, I took the strap off of it, and I was just going to, you know, stand it back up. But this time I had it pulled over at an angle like this. And so the tank wanted to roll. And when it did, I didn't catch it in time. It slid across over here like this, caught the end of this, bent it, hit right here, busted my tail light, cracked the lens on it, and then it hit the ground. Okay, I said, well, I got to get a tail light. Didn't think much about it. Well, it broke the mounting screws here inside the tail light where the plastic is, and this here just had glued on there because these Dodges have these little stupid push-in knob things that stick in these clips. That one's actually missing. That one's wore out, and I think you actually got to buy the tail light from Dodge to get these stupid grommets. You might can find them somewhere else. I have no idea. I have not been able to find any yet. So the last time I put tail lights in here, I glued these in, and so anyway, it knocked it loose. Well, I made it home. I didn't think anything else of it, and I don't know, 2 or 3 days later, I went over to my parents' house to visit with them and pick up some stuff I had come in over there. Had some stuff shipped to their address because I wasn't going to be home. But anyway, on the way back, these Dodges have a thing that tells you when you got a bulb out. And it went to ding and tell me I had a bulb out. Okay. I got here. Yeah, I don't even have a tail light hanging there anymore. There's the wires. I guess it just felt like going down the road. So That's about $150 for a cheap set of those LED tail lights. This is what they what they were. I ordered another set of them, probably a different brand. I don't remember what brand these were, but I ordered some that look similar. Anyway, the tailgate, not that big a deal. I mean, it's just a dent in it. It still opens and closes well, so, you know, is what it is. Anyway, back to the fuel tank deal. I got a piece of aluminum here. If you can see that. That is a piece of 4" by 3/8 inch thick aluminum to make the legs out of. And I got some aluminum fittings here. To weld in the top of the tank to put a pump in. So, anyway, that was about another $150 for that. All of those fittings I won't use. I ordered some extra just in case I ever needed them, because the freight was really expensive on that. They wanted like $16 freight minimum order from that place I ordered those from, and so I hated to buy just enough to do this tank. I may want to do another one in the future or do something else, so I went ahead and ordered a few extra there. This angle iron will be cut into 4 pieces to make 4 legs, and I'll have to see how that's going to work. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this cleaned up, washed up, and flushed out to where it can be welded on, and hopefully I'll be able to weld on it what I have. I don't really have a setup for welding aluminum, but I got something I'm going to try, and so y'all can stay tuned for that. I'll probably be in the next video, but however it works out, I'm not sure how many part series this is going to be, but that's what we're going for. Alright guys, welcome back. What I was saying in the last video, I left out something of how I actually got the fuel tank in the truck after I messed up the tail light and the tailgate. I got my buddy, he's the one that's got the big New Holland tractor that I borrowed to push up that tree in my yard. There's a video on that on my channel way back. It wasn't the first video I did, but probably the top 7 or 8. And so you can go check that out if you want. But he picked it up with that tractor and put it in there for me after I got through tearing up stuff, which I should have just been patient and waited on that to start with. But anyway, sometimes I get a little impatient and try to do things the hard way and wind up screwing up stuff. But I got the fuel tank washed out and cleaned up and got it washed out. I got the got water running in it here now with soap, and you know, just trying to get all the fumes out of it mainly, so they don't blow up when I go to welding on it. I got the heater there on it, kind of warming it up. Warm water generally works better than cold. It's helping to warm it up a little bit because it's 30-something degrees out here right now. It's helping to keep me warm, so that's a good thing. The way I'm going to try to weld this is with this wire feeder here. Now I've had some limited success trying to do this before with a MIG machine, and I've got some 035 wire and it's 5356, which is a little stronger wire than 4043. I took my big spool and adapter off and rigged this up so I can use that 1 panel here. This feeder has 4 drive rolls, so I shouldn't have any issues with the wire mushrooming. And this is a 05. This gun has a 045 liner, and I'm using a 045 tip. And I hope this will feed and work without bird nesting up in here. Those of you who know anything about aluminum, it's real soft, and it's bad about bird nesting in here. It's why they use a spool gun. I don't know that this is going to work, but it's all I have, and we're going to give it a shot. I've got 100% argon over here. Borrowed this bottle from my dad. He bought it to go with his small MIG machine, and we did some welding on this boat back probably 10 years ago. And anyway, like I say, it had a little bit of success, but it wasn't great at all. But I'm hoping this will work well enough to get what I need to get done here, which is these bungs welded in this tank and some feet welded on. And if not, I'll have to get a TIG machine or something other, have to do something different. But for now, that's what we're gonna try. I got the welding machine over there, the diesel power unit over there up against the house. Zoom in on it. I got it warming up over there. You hear it in the background running. And I got a scrap piece of aluminum here. I'm gonna clean up a little spot and try to run a bead on just to set the machine and see if this is even gonna work before I even try to start messing with the tank. And then we're gonna weld that up and hope it works. So stay tuned, be right back. Alright guys, I got the gun halfway set on that piece of scrap over there. It does seem to feed like that, and we're gonna give it a try. I don't know how this is gonna work on this tank. It's a little thinner, and we're just gonna see how this is gonna work. Well guys, I bird nested the wire and the machine over here. I kinked the hose too tight. Gotta fix that. And I did get a little bit of weld on there. I got it set too hot, I might turn it down. And you can see that sooty with MIG, but it is putting it in there. And I think that'll work. I just gotta keep the hose straighter than I did. I'll show you what I'm talking about by bird nesting there. See that mess? Gotta fix that and not kink the hose this time. Well guys, it's about 1:30 in the morning. I'm still out here working on this thing. I run out of wire. It's not working too good. It did work halfway decent for a little bit, and then the more I did, the worse it got. And I bird nested a whole lot of wire. See over there, caught up in the corner. I don't know how many times I had to clear that thing, but it was quite a few. I got a good bit of it done before it started doing that, and I think what happened was the aluminum wire sliding on that steel liner eventually caused enough friction that it got worse and worse and worse. Right before I run out of wire, I went and got some Dawn dish soap and put down in the liner, and it started welding a little better. Well, as good as you're going to weld with dish soap on your wire. They don't look that great, but I did okay on the bungs. I got that in there and used a flat disc to clean it off. I mean, that'll work. I got this bung in there. Again, use a flat disc, clean it off. It's definitely not a TIG weld for sure, but I mean, that will work. There's not going to be any issue there. I got the leg stuck on there. That looks like crap. That looks a little better. Not great, but I just got them kind of stuck up there. They got to be finished welding, and I need to put a brace on the back side of the leg down there going back up to the tank with something. We got to get some more wire, and like I say, this is working. It's very slow, and it doesn't work that great. It doesn't look that great. I don't even know what I did with my wire brush. I can't seem to find it, so that's really not helping because it's got oxidation all over everything. But you can get an idea of what that's going to look like right there when I get done with it. And I'm going to set up under each one of those feet. I got 6x6s out there that I'm going to cut off the width of the tank and mount it with some bolts through that angle to the 6x6s, so it'll be up off the ground. Is what I got in mind. But yeah, I'm tired, and it's about 28 degrees out here right now, or something like that. 27, I don't know. It's cold. We got this heater going, and I'm fixing to go in the house and go to bed and go to sleep. And I will mess with this tomorrow, maybe not. Got to get some more wire, and sure do wish I had a TIG machine. It's get a whole lot easier, a lot better, look better, a stronger weld. But what I'm doing here is actually not really of great structural strength. I mean, those bungs, it doesn't really matter, and those legs. Once I put a 6x6 to it and bolt it to it, I mean, the tank is set there. You know, it really doesn't matter. So it's not of great you know, structural strength required to do this, but it would be nice if they had a little better way to do it. But I don't, so I'm using what I got. I'll just pick up another roll of wire and keep fighting it until I get done, and call it a day. And clean it up good, clean it out good, and get her filled up with fuel, or some fuel. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.